Welcome to Marriage Hot Takes. I'm your host, Aaron Degler, along with my wife, Kim. We're so glad you joined us today. If this is your first time here, we welcome you. Kim and I just have a conversation each week about different topics I think that affect our marriages, positive, negative, and everything in between. Really, to be honest, we show up each week with a topic in mind. It's not scripted at all. The only thing we have scripted that we leave you with each week is the hot take. And since it isn't scripted,
good job.
This one over here is a loose cannon.
Yeah.
So we never know what she's going to say, but we're just going to roll with it and have a lot of fun, and we're going to laugh and enjoy it. Today we're going to talk a little bit about a four-letter word that is a powerful four-letter word. Sometimes we throw it around what I like to call willy-nilly. And
when you could really replace it with another four-letter word, because maybe that's what you really mean.
With the other four-letter word?
Yes, they both start with the letter.
Well, all words start with a letter. That's a. If you didn't know, you heard it here first. Every word starts with a letter. Look out. But the four-letter word we're going to talk about today, you might have to pull your mic up a little bit, is love. Yeah, just pull it up.
There we go.
We're just gonna roll on. It's the four-letter word we're going to talk about today is love. And I think so many times we view love as a feeling.
I was saying that could also sometimes it might just be like.
Oh, okay.
Instead of love.
Oh, I was thinking.
I know.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I need to explain that.
Okay.
It started with the same letter.
Okay.
Sometimes you may really just like the person, but instead of love the person, you needed to know the difference.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, sometimes there are times you just like the person.
Yes. And you need to know the difference of that before you decide that that's your person.
Yeah, I mean, because why would we say love is not a feeling?
Because some days you may not feel it, but you have to choose to love.
And that's really the truth. I think sometimes as married couples, we think that we are supposed to love the other person all the time.
Every day.
Like I'm a bad person if I don't love her, if I don't love him.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some days that we just like them.
Yeah, you just like the person today. I'm going to say I love you, but today I'm barely liking you. Does that tell like this sometimes?
That is.
But deep down, you're reaching in to choose that you love the other one. I choose that I love you. I just like you right now, but I'm choosing daily to love you.
So then how does that look? You know, if I like you right now, then how am I also choosing to love you daily?
You're choosing to love me daily by staying because you made that commitment. And so I chose to love you. So even when it's hard, at the end of the day, I loved you. I chose that.
And I think we hear a lot, we just fell out of love.
Yeah, well.
And that happens.
It does.
But also we have to be really honest and say those were choices.
That was a choice.
A choice. And I think we want to default to, I just don't feel it anymore.
Yeah, I need to feel it. Well, and I say a lot, marriage is hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I can speak on divorce is hard. So which hard do you want to do? Either one is going to be hard.
Mm-hmm.
Love is hard. But whatever, I mean, it's going to be hard either way. So You can choose to every day. I'm going to choose every day to love you.
And I think that I mean, that's a good point of you can speak from that the perspective of divorce, because and it's choose your heart. Both are hard, and you've had conversations with people before that come to you for advice about that.
Because I am divorced.
Because you are divorced, and I think they come to you looking for
the easy answer.
The easy answer
that they want to hear,
and they're highly shocked when you don't give them that.
When I can give them advice from experience and from what I see in hindsight. They want me to continue to say, I think that's exactly what you should do. You divorce them and out. But in hindsight, that's not the advice I give. That after, I mean, I am thankful for where we're at. I'm just saying, in hindsight, you should just choose the hard. And they're both equally hard,
because you can go from those and realize there's some things that you could have done different 100%. And changed.
Yes, 100%.
And I think sometimes we leave those relationships thinking it's the other person.
It's not. It's. I mean, yes, many times it is the other person, but in all likelihood, it's two people. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it could be one person, and it could be you. I mean, if you're thinking it's all the other person, it's probably you. So,
and it is the choice is because sometimes you and I are no different. There's some moments, some hours, some days that we just like each other.
Yeah.
We might get irritable at each other.
Yeah.
We might disagree. We might I mean, it's a relationship.
Everyone is the same.
And so we don't want anybody to think that
we love each other all the time.
Yeah, and that is perfect.
Yeah. We do love each other all the time.
Yes.
Yes.
But we still have days or moments or hours where we just like each other. And
a little bit.
A little bit. and we have to really choose the love.
Yes.
Because we know at the end of the day, we're not going anywhere.
No.
We're going to talk it out.
Yep.
We're going to work it out.
Yeah.
We're going to continue to love each other. We're a team. It's just at the moment or the hour that we just don't. One of us might not like the other one. And so again, the love portion, when it's a choice, is if it's not a feeling, it has to be also actions.
Right.
What actions are you taking to show that love?
Right. I do agree with that. And I do think that those little actions are sometimes things that you might need to go above and beyond of what you normally would do, just to remember that is the person that I love. You know, there's sometimes that I bring you love notes when you're at work, just random. I may bring them for 5 days in a row. I may bring them a couple of days in a week, but I hand deliver them to you at work. And I think that those moments are just times when I need to make sure, like, I need you to know how much I love you, and that how important you are to me, and that I choose you every day. I choose you. I choose love. And so for me, those are little things that I can do to make sure, one, that you know that, and two, for myself to be able to say, that is who I choose.
And it's, I mean, and again, it speaks to one of my love languages, which is act of service. And when I know you put your time into writing that, and not only put your time into it, but came to town about, 5 minutes away, 7, 8 minutes away, that you're coming to town just to give that, and then come back home, means a lot. And it is a choice of being intentional, because choices, when we make a choice, we need to be intentional about it. So when we say love is a choice, love is being intentional. And so you choose that intentional act. And again, I've told you about the notes before. Hey, you don't have to do it every day, because sometimes I think we start something and we go, oh, now if I stop, they're going to think
like, remember when we did the Post-it notes, and we did that
Whew.
for over a year, I
We
think.
had
I still have them.
yeah,
They're in
me
an
too.
album.
Yeah.
Because then it was like, well, we've started this every day. Now I got to do it every day.
Mm-hmm.
And we did.
And we did. And so like our whole mirrors would be, we have a little spot for a little face just to see.
You could just see your face.
Yeah.
The whole mirror was covered in Post-it notes professing our love for it. Not even professing. It was just words of encouragement every day.
Yeah.
That you would wake up and find.
Mm-hmm.
But yes.
And now we don't have those. I mean, we don't do that anymore.
But
we do different things.
But we do different things. And I mean, a love note is never based on what you're looking for. It's something that I need at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
So while, yes, you get the love note, I'm doing it because I need it.
Mm-hmm.
I need to feel that today.
Yeah. So really, it's how you feel the love.
Yes.
Because you do, and it's a gift that you can give to me, but it's really too a lot about you, about way to put your feelings out, to put, because I think sometimes when we try to describe the other person, what do I love them? Well, they're pretty, they have a good attitude,
Mm-hmm.
they're funny. But I think sometimes how do we describe love? Well, like for me, when you're next to me,
mm-hmm.
that makes me feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
It makes everything go away.
Right.
So that's an action.
Yes.
So you being close to me is an action, and it makes me feel loved. It makes love. I know you love me, and that's how you make that choice, and it creates love.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that choice is sometimes, well, the love isn't equal.
Right.
I think sometimes we feel like our love should be 50-50 or 100-100.
Yeah. Some days I might need you to give 90%, and I only might have 10% to give, if I can give that. And some days it's the other way around. I think you have to be prepared for that. Because love note, for instance, because I bring you a love note to work, I'm not expecting you to turn around and do the same for me. That would be what I would think of as 100%, 100%. We got to
Mm-hmm.
match one for
dollar
one.
for dollar.
Yeah, whatever I just did, you need to do the same, and that's not it. I mean, I know some days I need to give you more than what you can give me, and I know that, and I think that from knowing your partner and knowing what's going on in your marriage or what's going on in life. Not when I say marriage, I mean, like, we have 4 grown children, 2 that are married. We have grandchildren. And so what goes on in our marriage sometimes means our marriage as far as like all of our children, what goes on. And so sometimes knowing what is going on in your family, in your marriage, I know what you might need.
Mm-hmm.
You might need some reassurance that week. You might need just a little more motivation. You might need me to let you know, all the ways that I love you, all the things that I can't speak out like and say, I love you, because, I have to be able to put it down in words to where I can think about it and give that to you and know that that's what you needed in that week. And the same for you. I mean, like, I know several ways that you love me, but when I stay at home and you're gone from 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning to sometimes 6:30, 7:30 at night, and I'm at home. Mm-hmm. I get to stay home. You provide that for me. And it's not easy. So that's one way I know, like, that's what you provide for me. And so if I can do little things for you, that's how I show my love. Like, we go back to, I did recently write a book.
You did?
I did.
And what's the name of it?
It is called The Fence I Walked the Childhood I Cherished. But one of those chapters in there is when I discovered something about myself that I didn't know until I wrote the chapter. And it was about how my mom stayed at home and my dad worked all the time. And my mom waited on my dad, what we used to say, hand and foot. She did everything for him. She put his clothes out. She had his plate waiting for him when he walked in. She did everything for him. There wasn't anything inside of our home that he did for himself. She did it all for him. And that used to irritate me so much as a girl growing up, girl power, all the things. Like, I will never do that. I'm not waiting on a man. I'm not doing that. I'm going to be my own person. And that had always been my plan, was that I would be so super independent, and never be dependent on a man. And my dad used to always say, I want you to be independent. I don't want you to depend on a man. And as I was writing this chapter about my mom and how she waited on my dad hand and foot, is when I realized I do the same thing, in different ways, but some in the same way. When Aaron gets home from work, his supper is waiting on the table for him. I get all the things done for him that I can do for him. I do anything that I think that would take a little small something that he doesn't have to worry about, that you don't have to worry about. If I can do that, then I will do that. And then I realized I do the same thing. And then I realized that maybe my mom wasn't doing it because she had to. She might have, I don't know. But I realized that maybe it was the gratitude for being able to stay at home with her kids. For me, it's, I get to be here every day, and you allow that for me. Even when times are tough, I still am here, and you're out working hard for what we have. And if it's just those small things that I can do for you to show my gratitude, then that's how I can do that.
And I think the expectation aspect is really good, because when we do things out of love and when we serve someone else, and I really think that's what love is a lot of times, it's just how can we serve that other person the best? It is without that expectation of what am I going to get in return.
Right.
Now we our marriage is a partnership. We do it. I'm working just like you said. You're doing the things at home that help make my life easier. That do all those things. And so we do it together. Neither one of us are expecting
Right.
of those of each other.
Like, you wouldn't come home, and if your supper wasn't ready, you wouldn't be like, where the hell's my dinner? I mean, it's not like that.
No.
You would go in, make your dinner, do whatever. It's because I want to help make things easier for you when you come home.
And I think what you mentioned on those days, that maybe one of you dislikes the other one, when the other one is still more than they love you that day.
Yeah.
So it is doing more. Not saying, well, she's not. I mean, she's not giving anything today, so why should I?
Right.
It's going, well, she's having a hard day today, and maybe it's not even anything about me. Maybe today is just a light day, and so how can I do more to make her day or his day better? And we just try to do that without looking, because I think sometimes we go, well, if we're matching
dollar for
dollar, love expectation for love expectation, then I think sometimes we match attitude for attitude.
Right.
Well, you have a crappy attitude today, so I'll see that attitude and I'll raise it up a little bit.
Exactly. And that's where you get into a lot of issues. And I think a lot of times that you have seasons that happens. I mean, we would be lying if we said that that's never happened in our marriage. It has happened many times. That is exactly the way that we went.
And still does from time to time. It's not like those things go away.
Yeah.
I mean, there's things that, the more you work on them, it gets less and less. But you still have those things creep in, because that's, again, part of marriage.
Yes.
It's work.
Yes. It's a choice.
It's a choice.
It is a choice.
It's a choice daily. It's, we're choosing our hard, because it's hard work being married. Even if you got the best partner, the best spouse,
you do.
But I do, but it's still hard work.
It is hard work,
because you still have
a hard job.
Yeah, and it's. I just think we just can't say enough about how love is a choice.
Yes.
It's really by your actions.
Yes.
It's
and sometimes those choices and your actions are just the small little things. Like for you,
Yeah.
those small little things are me laying beside you at night and being able to, it just relaxes you.
Hmm.
There was a time when I would be going to Oklahoma a lot and staying with the kids, and it you would be up later,
Hmm.
at first I would always think like, how are you still up? Like if I'm home, you're like out, s- sound asleep. 8:30 comes and you're snoozing in the chair, and then
Hmm.
I'm gone,
And I'm wide
and
awake.
you're like at 10 o'clock. Well, I think I'll go to bed. Well, what it would kind of hurt my feelings at first until I realized it's because you don't have that I'm not there.
Hmm.
I'm not there to calm you
Hmm.
and to relax you from the day. So it's those little moments and those are the choice to put my phone down, lay beside you.
And again, it's the choice of you realizing, oh, I'm not going to get mad because that's really a compliment to me.
Right.
Because when I'm there, he sleeps better.
Yes,
It's just all the
it
things
is.
just
Yeah.
goes better. So it's not any. It's not like, wow, I can't believe him.
Yes.
It's a choice of understanding.
Yes. Just like when I have hard days, and I
Hmm.
have a whole lot of hard days, and you just know, and you're able to give the 90 or 100% that day.
And you say, well, if you're at home, why are you having hard days? But there's things. I mean, that we just because it doesn't work doesn't mean that it's a hard day. Sometimes hard days emotionally. Hard days are anxiety. Some days the mind overthinks and it works. And mental health is a hard thing.
It is a hard thing,
Uh,
and that is a lot of the reason why I'm at home, and um, just in it still just creeps in some days, and it just stalks me. And I mean, it sounds crazy, but it can paralyze you to where that's all you got today. And he's the first to say, "Babe, why don't you just take the day off today and just sit and do nothing?" Well, he knows I can't do anything anyway. So
and that's knowing your. I know you just from the words in your text, or because we don't talk during the day,
no,
like on the
we
phone.
do not talk on the phone.
I mean, very rarely, even if you're
Do
gone, we
not
don't
call
talk.
me
Do not call me ever.
ever.
We just even when if you're gone on a girls trip or to see the kids or something, we
We
text.
don't talk on
No,
the
we
phone.
don't talk. We're not big phone talkers, but I can tell through your tone of your text and things like that.
Right.
And on those days, it's I need to. And it's not that she doesn't like me. It just she may not be as loving as we might say. So I know I need to step it up a little bit and be more. Might call it extra.
Hmm.
Give that extra because I know there's going to be a time when I need it.
Hmm.
When there's times I'm having hard times, and you send extra prayers, you send extra notes or thoughts, or do extra things for me. So love is really is that choice of actions.
Yes.
Um, and as always, we end each episode with a hot take that is the only part that's scripted that Kim is in charge of. And she might even announce it. Like, remember the old password? The password is.
A hot take is you don't fall out of love, you drift out of intentionality.
If you watch it, if you're watching on YouTube, it's even funnier because you get to see her expression and the way she addresses the microphone. Sometimes I don't even know. Um, so we'll maybe repeat that hot take again since you put your phone down already. Um,
The
since
hot take is you don't fall out of love, you drift out of intentionality.
you drift out of intentionality. So that is really our challenge. Our hot take is don't drift out of intentionality. Be intentional about your choices to love because it is a choice, and be really intentional about that. And it starts with small ones,
Yes.
and they can make big differences. So it
Hmm.
doesn't mean you need to change the world. You just need to be intentional with your marriage and your relationship and with each other. And every day, wake up to say, "Today, I'm choosing love."
That's right.
And that's and you'll have that other four-letter word creep in, like.
Hmm.
But overall, marriages last because love is choosed daily in every action. Thank thank you so much for joining us on today's marriage hot takes. We hope you take this hot take, apply it to your marriage, be intentional about your marriage, and see how your marriage changes, how it grows, how it evolves, how it makes a difference for both of you, and just strengthens your marriage for the years to come. And again, thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Aaron, along with
Kim.
I want to see you next time right here on Marriage Hot Takes.